Welcome to Cryptotherapy 589, the space where clarity meets chaos, and your mind gets a moment to breathe. With the Fuma Boys, Marvin Davis and Nina Blossom, we untangle the drama, decode the markets, and speak truth to crypto madness. You already know, this world can break you. But here, we ride the waves together. So, if you're ready to feel seen, hit like, subscribe, and let's take this ride, one deep breath at a time.
We back. Dude,
What's happening?
what's the deal, man?
Hey, man. Another day in paradise, man.
Heck yeah, man. Shoot.
Crypto world, man. Crypto land. Whatever you want to call it, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Nina. She on the road trip today. So I spoke to her earlier. And she was dropping some gems, but I ain't gonna repeat them in front of here. I gotta call you with the stuff. Because you told her to call me. Shoot. For all y'all don't know, we're gonna share the screen real quick. We're gonna chop it up. We're not gonna be on too long tonight. But we just want to get back with y'all, let y'all know we alive and show y'all something.
Still here.
Okay, we're gonna talk XRP real quick. As y'all know, the market dropped last week. I gotta show them this, bro, because this is what they weren't even looking at. So let's go to the 7 days. The market dipped on y'all right here. Some of y'all panicked. So actually, let's break it down. Mark really dipped on you right here. And why some of y'all sold, me and Marvin bought.
Yeah, for sure.
So we would like to thank y'all for that 20% profit. Bro, it amazes me how people, shoot, I was like, $1 here, $1 there, $1 everywhere.
I bought today, actually.
Are you about today?
You know, to put in, something else. But I'm making a couple of moves that you know
you
about.
don't talk about it. You're not gonna give it to them?
Nah, they'll probably never get that live again. You have to be, in the circle. Disrespectful things happen, and it's okay. But you like to be connected. To get home. That's just what it is.
You mean you don't want nobody claiming your coin? I came up with that first. After being told.
Yeah, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let folks do whatever they do, and come up how they come up. But you know what I mean? A lot of us work hard in this space, so ain't nobody saying you gotta give credit. Just don't take the credit when it don't belong to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me show you something. Tell me what you think. I added this background right here. What do you think about that? Is that too futuristic city light?
I can really see your background.
It's not in mine. It's for everybody.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. It's dope.
So I got that one, and I created this one too. And then I'm gonna show y'all. So this is kind of some behind the scenes for everybody too. Let me show you what else I put up on here. So I could be like, yo, straight from the streets. And then this is for Nina.
Okay. That's dope.
And then I got something for you. Let me see if I can find it.
That's it, Nina's news?
Yeah.
That's dope. Shout out to you, sis.
Then I got this for the corner. And then, oh yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Where's it at?
Sorry for the low energy today, y'all. I got a little stomach virus going on. I don't know, but it is what it is. I'm low energy.
Yeah, so I got that scroll, and I got something else for Nina. For you, I'm not finished with it yet. I was trying to get you. I got some scroll and stuff for you. Bro, is that your TikTok or did somebody take your name on TikTok?
No, that's mine. I just created it the other day.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, he on it, he on it.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
don't know.
just
We got,
jumped on.
oh shit, you gonna put something on it or what?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. You know, I took heed to some things you were saying the other day or the other night. And it inspired me to yeah, maybe branch out a little bit and start doing, a little more, put my voice out there a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But all in under the umbrella of the Puma Boys and the Crypto Therapy 589. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm pushing. Along with the shit show. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah. So jump on there, man, and just share whatever I can share. Without giving away too much at the same time. That way people have to do their own research and go look for themselves. We don't want to make nobody, we don't want to make people um, complacent to where they feel like they don't have to do no work or do no research, because, you know, there's still opportunity to be out here learning this shit, and soaking in as much as you can, while you still can. So, yeah, man,
Mm.
I'm going to do something.
Yeah, so I saw some interesting news. Let me see if I can find it again.
That's all I've been doing, man. Just soaking shit in this weekend.
You know,
man.
What you think about the case? How they both had to settle? It was just like, fine, we'll settle it. We'll get over with, bro.
Well, I believe that Miss Torres was a little upset. Y'all dragged this on for 4.5, damn near 5 years, SEC, and now all of a sudden you willing to settle. After all your allegations against this company, now you just want to shake hands and kumbaya. Like you wasted a lot of her time and other people's time too. You messed up
That
a
was
lot
like
of.
the last administration, though, man.
Yeah, yeah. So, and we know why that was done, man. We know it was a stifle, a slow down, Ripple with their product to stop them from monopolizing, a space. People was trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want to, especially the banks, man. They don't want to be left behind or become obsolete. You know what I'm saying? So it had to go the way it went. That's fair to them. Is slowing it down and stopping it and letting them, because shit, they was about to get left behind. So to answer your question, what do I think about both of them having to settle? Um, I hope they both do what they say they're gonna do and drop the appeals and let Ripple move forward with whatever business model or business plan that they got, and let the technology speak for itself and let the technology compete. Let the best product win. So I think it's dope, man. If the SEC come out and do what they say they which is drop their appeal also. But we'll see what happens between now and next week, Monday, whenever it come out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. Well, it's the end of an era. Some of y'all need to buy now while it's coming to a close. Because I guarantee you, I'm gonna say by December.
Yeah, don't wait. What I would not be doing is waiting for the SEC to come out and say that they're dropping their appeal and the case is over if you haven't bought into this asset yet. XRP, is what I'm speaking of. You ain't bought this yet. You know what I mean? Don't wait till they tell you that it's okay to buy it because at that point you're really too late. I know y'all hear me say that a lot about people being too late, but that's really gonna be the case because once that happens, we already know a lot of us that have been here for a minute. The Bank of America said, as soon as it was clarity, they was, turning their switch on. So if you think it's just gonna be Bank of America, you got another thing coming. It ain't just them. You're starting to hear a lot of talks about BlackRock, today, or whatever the wormhole is. You know what I mean? So you better pay attention and don't sit on the sideline. You get nowhere in the race by sitting on the sideline. So hey, take that how you will.
And for all y'all out there who are looking for XRP ETFs, don't mess with them, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at them and they're all
Oh my
overpriced.
God. Oh my God. Don't even
All overpriced when you can hold it yourself. I'm looking at them. They all like between $13 and $50.
So the thing is, you know, me and Foma and Nina and shout out salute to Romeo. We had a conversation last night and the day before talking about ETFs and the price of them, and I didn't know, y'all. Don't be honest. But they was like, you know, the price of the ETF is, you know, one of them was $25. I think it's the funny name.
XXRP.
Yeah, XX, yeah. So the company name is a hard name for a lot of us to pronounce. When they said it was $25, I was like, wait a minute, is that $25 per share? Because now we're dealing with shares because you're dealing with an ETF, which is a stock, right? So is that $25 per share? Or is that $25 worth of XRP? It was like, that's $25 per share. So you get one XRP, pretty much a share of one XRP. However you want to break that down, you know, versus being able to hold $25 worth of XRP.
Yeah, I'm gonna show one real quick. I'm gonna show them, man.
And that's just people playing safe, but that's playing too safe. If you know what we know.
Now this is crazy. $24. XRP is like at 2 something right now.
Man,
XRP is at 219.
Tell y'all what I told bro and told sis never last night. You know, calculate your bag of XRP that you're holding. You know, in your personal bank, personal XRP bank, your portfolio, times $24, whatever you see the ETF at. You know, I think it's a sign of what's to come. So I hope y'all ready. That's all I can say.
Shoot.
I'm
gonna just be like, when they hit 24, I'm like, it's only 24. I'm not gonna buy it at 24. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be mad if I buy it.
We got a lot of folks that say they'll buy $50, you know, $100, and this and that. But it's been hard for a lot of us that was buying it. You know, a lot of y'all that was buying it 11 and 17 cents, 20 something cent. You know, for me, 30 something cent. You know, 31, 32 cents. You know, it's hard for us to buy it at $2. So, you know, it's hard for me to believe somebody that is having a problem buying it at $2 is gonna buy it at 24, 25. You know, 50. You know what I mean? Like.
Let's see how these numbers hit different. There's one number. That's another number. One number. Well, that hurt, don't it?
Yeah. But
imagine if you had got in at $24. How would you feel?
Well, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even know the real price of XRP. So they just buying what they being told to buy. They putting their money where somebody else is telling them to put it because it's safe for them. And they haven't done the research that we've done. They don't know how ETFs and you know, stocks work versus, you know, cryptocurrency, digital assets, this financial new financial technologies. They don't get it. And shit, man, you know, for as much as we try, it's hard to convince people of what and I tell people quick, man, I'm not trying to convince you or nothing. All I'm trying to do is share with you the information of what's going on so you don't get screwed because you feel comfortable investing in these, you know, ETFs and shit like that because you have a financial advisor that's telling you that's the right thing to do. That's how you keep his job. You know, if you can become your own financial advisor, then what the fuck you need him for? So he got to keep it. You know, they try to keep their job.
Yeah, I don't believe in. Well, not for crypto, man. People talk about, I'm gonna get rich and get me a financial advisor.
For what?
For what? Yeah.
All the fucking financial advisor at this point.
You should charge him to talk to him.
Yeah, he need to be paying you. Think about it. The majority of us know way more than any fucking financial advisor about crypto. You know, there's not a lot of people that are not as deep into this as we are that can tell us. You know, we've forgotten more than most people have learned. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't need nobody financially advising me about nothing in a space that I can learn this shit for free. It's on you, y'all. I'm listen. It's up to you to dig in and go learn this shit because you're the protector of your own wealth. You're the protector of your family, your own health, your own wealth. So you can't keep depending on somebody else to manage your financial assets and do it, you know, and be legit and not burn you, not steal nothing from you. You know what I mean? So this is a way that you can take control and not have to worry about somebody else stealing from you. You can only steal from yourself. And that's why you selling too early.
I got a question.
Not buying enough when the price is low. Go ahead, bro.
Stellar or H bar right now?
They're about the same price, right?
Yeah, let me show you something, man.
It really just depends on how much of either asset you have or if you don't have one. But you know me, I'm XRP than XLM. You know,
I'm gonna show you something. No, this is the reason why I said that.
Yeah, I mean, I think H bar is cheaper right now than
yes, sir, it is.
Stellar.
So there go your H bar at 14, and Stellar's at 23.
Okay,
or 20.
Let me throw two other monkey wrenches in there.
What you got?
DAG and XDC. And then
so let's take a look at this DAG real quick.
Go look at it. Almost went down to 2 cents.
Ooh, let's take a look at the max. Yeah, that's a good play.
Mm-hmm. You still got Casper. You still got there's a few plays out here right now.
And DAG's on the base network too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You got DAG, you got XDC. You still have what other one am I looking at?
That XDC price, man, that's just it's like got me like Pookie. It be calling me, Scotty. It be calling me.
And it went down to 5, you know, like 5.8 or something like that, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, you know, so under 6 cents. So it was a great buy, and I sent the video out to people. Quincy Jones, I can never remember my guy name, man. He used to work at Link to Ray Fuentes, I believe, interviewed Quincy Jones. If it wasn't Ray, it was somebody else. But anywho, you know, if you went and you listened to this brother Quincy talking about what attracted him to XDC, you know, it just made me more bullish. You know, so for those of y'all that I sent that video to, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. You know, and listen to the young genius, man. And he may make you bullish like he did me. Now, I didn't go buy any more XDC. I'm gonna be transparent. I didn't, but I was like, okay, I'm glad I still hold it. And I ain't sold none of it. But at the same time, he was saying why he picked, you know, he didn't pick, but he was like, man, okay, I missed XRP, but XBC is still at, you know, 000 or 40 when he found it. It was at a great buying opportunity for a return on your investment, you know, and that's kind of what I'm into is, you know, finding plays that have a good return on investment, but I already have my bags of XRP stacked, so I can do that. So,
that Joker in 2019 had 3 zeros, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed. You know, but you can still find plays like that. You know, but you have to do your research on them, though.
10 G's? 10 G's, then you get this?
But see, the thing is, like a lot of people got to build that 10 G's up. A lot of folks don't have 10 G's to come in the game with. Like I was just watching somebody 24 hours crypto, and he was talking about even if you, and I've been saying this for the last probably 6 months, you know, that folks are out of time, really, you know what I'm saying? It's too late because it don't matter if you have $50,000 right now to jump in the market with that fiat value of 50,000 if you don't understand what you're putting your money into. You just throwing money at the fucking wall and hope it take off. But what are you gonna do if it doubles? Most people that put 50 grand in, if they go to 100 grand, they're gonna get out. So it
Don't
doesn't
wait
really make
till it happens.
it don't make sense how much it doesn't matter how much money you have right now if you don't have the information and the the fortitude because you've done the research in this space to know what that 50 grand could ultimately turn into. You give me 50 grand, I'm looking at 50 million. I'm looking at it different.
Bro, a 50 bag right now. You know, what would I do with a 50 bag right now?
I'm looking at turning it into a 50 million. I'm serious. At least 5.
Yeah, I got
But
them
50 is a
two
goal.
plays you gave me, the 2 plays you gave me that you don't want to disclose yet. I may have to do that. Split it up
Listen,
between.
bro. Yeah, that's what I just stacked one of them today. And so I gotta when we get off, I'm gonna tell you something else. But when we get off, I'm not gonna tell you here. When we get off, I'm gonna shoot a shot.
Hey, he said you got to be on the mastermind.
Yeah,
Oh, for all y'all, we'll keep it funky real quick. Shout out Jay Clever. Y'all better get on that mastermind.
Yep.
Yep. Is it beyondbroke.com? I'm telling you, I usually don't pump somebody else's stuff. That's just not my style. But he was dropping gems the other night. And it ain't gonna lie, it scared me into getting it. Like, bro, what you doing, Zeddy?
He the truth, man. I'm telling you, man. Listen, man. Marvin, do not bullshit. I think I have bullshit or I don't know what I have on my forehead when I walk around, and people think that I'm playing walking through life. I'm not playing about nothing. I'm a very serious person, especially when it comes to my money, because my money at this point isn't my money. It's an avenue that I'm trying to build to leave a legacy for the generations behind me, even if it's just one. But we got an opportunity right now. So
yeah, there's a term I want to use.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Funny. This is my TK term. It's my term from TK, the rapper. When this go, they're gonna be out here jugging, and you gonna get jugged.
Hey,
this guy, he gonna get jugged out here. You gonna get jugged for a bag. I said, the way when Jake broke it down, I said, he talking about jugging.
Hey, man.
You know, the way he talking about the people, what they gonna do to you out here in these streets. He's like, look, I'm trying to get you in a mastermind now. I'm not affiliated with it. I'm not making no profit on this. He was like, hey, because when it go and when you can make a profit, you're gonna want somebody to watch it. And if you ain't rocking with the squad, I was like, he said, just like Bitcoin.
Yeah,
he dropped that Bitcoin. He was like, if you want to trade $1 billion with Bitcoin right now, it's gonna cost you 30,000.
Yeah.
He said, shoot. Well, he said, I only charge you what 300 or something low. It was ridiculously low.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I got to go pay this money.
You get what I'm saying? So I was like,
hey, shoot.
Man, listen, man.
It's $25 a month. And you got to make $1 million trade. They want 30, but you only get it for the low. Nah, yeah, no.
Options, y'all. You know. So usually anything that I'm coming out spitting about, you know, talking to y'all about or sharing with y'all, it's another option. It's not the end all be all. It's not the last resort. It's not me trying to tell you what to do or nothing like that, but I'm trying to give you another option. And that's it. You know, because that's what I look for when I go look for content creators. What options are they offering that I can take and put it into my repertoire, to my bag of tricks. You know,
that's why I put on there the price of the brick is about to go up.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think people are ready. That's what I was getting at a while ago. Was have you, you know, if it go tomorrow, Are you good? That's the question you should ask yourself every day that you wake up in this space. If it go tomorrow, if it blow tomorrow, are you good with that? Are you gonna have any regrets? And if no, then hey, you know. But if you don't have what you have and you got a bunch of shit sitting around, a bunch of cash sitting around, you just waiting on some shit, this ain't the time to be playing.
Yeah, for all your crypto news, you can go to newsnow.com and just click on the cryptocurrency and the Ripple link. I'm telling you, that's where I get my info from. And I'm not even affiliated with them getting no money. I'm just keeping your own game. But if you really want to know it, if you just hit news now and hit cryptocurrencies, it's got all of them on it. I'm just putting y'all on game. I'm giving you something for free.
So you ain't got to understand that, like Jake said, the information free now, y'all. But at some point, this shit gonna be so valuable that you're gonna have to pay somebody. It may be somebody that you know very well that may be charging you. I heard a brother say that he was charging people that he knew $25,000 a pop to come and sit down with him.
Ooh.
They had to buy their own. You know him. You know him well.
I know who he is.
I'm not gonna bring his name up.
Hey,
y'all know him too.
That's the price of the brick.
You know, yeah. It was $25,000 a pop to sit and talk with this brother. You feel what I'm saying? So if y'all think this shit gonna continue to be free, you know, when it start running and people get busy, managing their new, you know, found wealth, yeah, they're not gonna have time for you. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? Is that at that point we probably just flip the whole channel to a subscription-based model.
Now you gotta pay now. Now you gotta pay now.
Nina be like, no, and she be like, Nina be nice to y'all and be like, Fuma, don't do that. And then all of a sudden turn around and be like, how much is it gonna be?
Y'all know what? Fuck them.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all know what? Fuck them. You know, but
a brick.
Hey man, and I'm not saying that we would ever do that, but I'm just saying a lot of folks are gonna do that. You know, once this thing take off, and you go back to those same people that told you about these digital assets, XRP specifically for me, you know, and Fuma and Nina, you know, I know that's what we talk about. The majority of us, you know, in our circles, you know, it's XRP, but it's also diverse into other assets. But with the new people, for the new people, you know, you should be focused on something that's a blue chip, an XRP, like Fuma just said, XLM versus HBAR. You can still buy things under $1, under 50 cents, under a quarter, you know. So it may not be advantageous for you to drop a 10 ball, like my boy Fuma just said, on XRP. But if you drop that same 10K on XDC, you know, you get a better value. But in our opinion, in my opinion, I mean, not say our, but in my opinion, I would rather have XRP than XDC if I can only hold one. But that's just something that you could play with. If you're sitting on the sideline with, you know, $100 or, you know, 500 or whatever your, you know, base may be. You know what I'm saying? You can evaluate, you know, the risk versus the reward, you know. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. If it was me, I'd buy XRP. But if I was looking to get more, I'd buy XBC.
Hey,
if it was me.
I'll show you something. This is a trip right here. I didn't even realize this until I just see this article. Y'all know who this is? This is the original OG of the game. That's CZ Binance. Your boy Sam Bankman-Fried picked the fight with this dude. We know who won the war. Yeah. And then the feds got him too, or some shenanigans. The dude posted this article talking about he stood next to Ripple the entire time, never delisted it from the exchange. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I stopped using Binance because they got rid of Tron, which is one of my favorite coins.
I think it may be some truth to that. I think it just got I think what happened was, like when I came in, if you weren't grandfathered in, and even if you were grandfathered in, Binance became illegal to use in the United States, or they took it out of the United States.
Yeah, they went to Binance US. You had to
Yeah.
move it, get an account with there, and I had one of them, and I had Tron. I used to buy Tron from them.
Yeah.
And then they got rid
I
of
think
it.
if you were overseas, like say
Yep.
Ellie, you know what I'm saying, you could still buy XRP through Binance, but we couldn't buy it in the States. You couldn't get on when I got in crypto in 21. You couldn't get on Binance.
Yeah.
Over with.
You can get on Binance US, but it don't have
Right.
all the assets Binance got.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Same with Gemini. Gemini, I couldn't,
I had Gemini one time too.
Yeah, those are those two twins. For those that don't know, what are they, man?
Winklevoss.
Yeah, Winklevoss twins. So yeah, that's their exchange, Gemini.
Yo.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, shit. This shit is bigger than. Hey, it's almost too late to. And it's just my feeling that it's almost too late to keep. Because and I'm not gonna say that. I don't believe that the SEC coming out and saying, "Okay, we're dropping the case." You don't get the super, moon pie with just that, right? I think we're gonna get a little. I think it's this NDA, these ETFs, and if BlackRock say any fucking thing,
look at this.
To your crypto boot.
Yeah, this is a Robin Hood's getting hardcore with it.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, they coming up.
Yeah. They're trying to catch
a new micro futures
thing, y'all,
contracts.
is you cannot remove your digital assets, especially XRP, from Robinhood. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, that happened to me with what's it called?
Stellar. For me, XLM. Dogecoin, I could move it off.
That Doge,
I
man.
XRP on there.
I had to cash out the Doge and then go get it somewhere else again. I was like, I can't move. That's when I first learned I could move stuff off. And I had like my little cold storage wallet. I was like, all right. I was like, this joke don't work. I was like, and that's when I started understanding the term, not your keys, not your crypto. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I bought some SHIB on there just to buy it because they listed it and it wouldn't let me move it. And I was like, oh wow. And that was my last interaction. I cashed all my money out off of Robinhood and put it into the asset that I wanted, and I never looked back. I never messed with Robinhood again. But it's a liquidity grab, y'all. They need liquidity, on their platforms to make their balance look, right. You know what I'm saying? The evaluation.
I'm looking at this joint.
They want their $1 billion evaluation. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm just doing some
math. Don't have to be at the cost of you no more, shit. They control your own shit, yo. Be responsible. You fuck it up, you fucked it up. But if you win, guess what? You won. Can't nobody take that from you. That's what anything in life. When you win in life, thank God. Fuck everybody else. No, I'm playing.
Is this me? But if you had 100,000 and it 45,700 percentage, is that 4.5 billion? I'm looking at this.
Say it again. You had 100,000.
I would like to see this price rally. Yeah, I would like to see this price rally.
We'll get ready. Buckle up. It's coming.
I'd like to see that. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Wake up, you like,
Well, you know, I believe that, man.
Cash a little bit, go back to sleep. Your job be
Yeah,
calling you. Who are you guys again? We'll see.
That's possible in crypto. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
And the question is, when it happens in crypto, it's like, where were you? You could be like in the bathroom watching your phone explode. Like, you start making phone calls. You be like, what the? It is what it is, bro.
is your shit moving too?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
man, we got 35 minutes after the hour. You want to wrap it up and then possibly do another one?
You said, so we done did what, an hour 35 already?
No, just 35.
Oh yeah, no, let's go on to the shit. We can keep rocking if you want to. If you want to take a break, we can take a break too.
Yeah, I got to check on some chicken, dog.
Oh shit, you gonna
I
burn
got some chicken on the grill.
All right, y'all. Burn the damn chicken, y'all.
Hey, man, I'm like, yeah, all right. So, hey, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna come back in a part 2. Give us a couple minutes.
Burn down. All
right, man. I'll see y'all in a minute. Thank you, everybody.
Salute.
Thanks for joining us on Cryptotherapy 589. If you clicked like and subscribed, you're officially part of the Smart Money crew. Don't forget, we're here every week with fresh insights to keep your crypto game strong. Until next time, stay sharp, stay decentralized.